Hey everybody, welcome to class. We're starting in a comfortable seated position. So you see the way my mat's set up. I've got a little blanket there for underneath my hips. If you want a blanket or a block underneath of you or flat to the floor, just finding that comfortable seat, and we'll begin in 2 minutes. Rasta's making some noise. We're bringing the hands up to the heart center and a rub of the palms, just creating a little bit of heat, a little bit of friction in the hands. And allowing the hands to come to stillness. Thumbs rest into the sternum. Sternum lifts towards the thumbs, sitting up nice and tall in our seat. And we'll begin with the Adi mantra, followed by the Mangala Charan mantra. Big inhale all the way in. And an exhale all the way out. And the inhale tunes us in. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Adkare Name, Jugatkare Name, Satkare Name, Siringurudve Name. Adkare Name, Jugatkare Name, Satkare Name, Siringurudve Name. Adkare Name, Jugatkare Name, Satkare Name, Siringurudve Name. Inhale, drawing that breath into the body all the way. Big full breath. Hold at the top of the inhalation, setting your intention. And an exhalation, letting the breath and the intention out into the room. Moving into our last practice today, through the warm-up into the Kriya for Detoxification, finishing January. Beautiful. Come lying onto your backs. Legs go out long. And on the next exhalation, we'll curl the knees in towards the chest. Hands wrap around the shins, little squeeze of the knees in close, and a little rock side to side. Then interlacing the hands around the right shin. Inhale, that left leg high, both feet are flexed. And on an exhalation, extending that left leg down towards the ground, hovering about an inch or two off the ground. Keep sending that left heel out and away as you draw that right knee in. Both feet stay flexed. Then on an inhalation, left leg high. And on an exhalation, left leg lowers, keeping the leg as straight as you can. In to X. Nice steady movement. Keep extending that left heel out and away from that left hip. And then moving with the breath. And the eyes are closed. Gaze internal rather than external. As much as possible through the practice of Kundalini Yoga, you keep the eyes closed. Allowing the whole practice to be a meditation. Movement and breath. Meditation. Three, two, one. Inhale, left leg high, straight leg. And an exhale, curl that knee in. Switching sides, interlacing the hands around the left shin. Inhale, that right leg high, feet are flexed. And on an exhalation, that right leg goes down towards the floor, hovering about an inch or two off the ground. Extend through that right heel as you begin to add motion. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, the right leg rises. Exhale, it falls. Steady motion, steady breath. Keep extending that right heel out and away from that right hip. As you draw that left knee in a little closer. Feet stay flexed, eyes closed. Steady as we go. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, that right leg high, straight as can be. And an exhalation, draw those knees in. Feet come flat to the floor. We're going to inhale to lift the hips slightly. Palms face down underneath the butt. And as we exhale, we'll drop the butt onto the backs of the tops of the hands. So palms down, butt on top of the hands. Inhale, knees curl in towards the chest. And on an exhalation, left leg goes long, hovering about a foot off the ground. Inhale, left knee comes in, right leg extends long. Exhale, reverse. So we're pistoning the legs. Inhaling right long, exhaling left long. Keeping that low back glued to the ground as best we can. The corset of the abdomen here, strongly putting force downward into that low back, keeping it glued to the floor or as close to the floor as we can. The low back begins to arch up off the floor significantly. Pause, reset yourself, take a break, you're a little bit fatigued, and then come back in when you can. Or you can also go a little higher with the legs. This really helps the low back stay glued to the ground. And as you begin to develop the abdominal strength, coming back in and lowering the legs down. Nice and steady, inhaling right long, exhaling left long. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, both legs long, hold, pause the breath. And an exhalation, the heels hit the ground, relax and breathe. Inhale, deep belly breath, loose belly. And exhale, let it out. Transitioning, inhale, knees curl in towards the chest. Exhale there. Inhale, both legs extend long, feet are flexed. And on an exhalation, dropping the heels towards the ground. Inhale, they rise. Exhale, they fall. Double leg lifts. Nice and steady, keeping that low back glued to the ground as we've practiced in the last posture. This may be a little harder, maybe a little bit more intense. If this is too much for you already, you'll bend the knees, and that way you'll lift half the weight of the legs, still working. And if you can, straight legs the whole time. It's really warming up the abdomen, firing up our tapas, our inner fire. Right at the third chakra point, the navel center, the place of I can. Stoking that fire. Just for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And inhale, both legs straight. And an exhale, curl the knees in. Feet flat to the floor, lift the hips slightly. Palms roll facing up. Legs go slightly wider than the mat. And big, deep belly breathing into the navel center. And an exhalation. Inhale deep into the belly. And this time as we exhale, curling the knees into the chest. Little rock side to side. And then a pause to center, little rock front to back. And we're going to roll up into our seated posture position. 4 Sufi grinds, palms face down onto the knees. I'm going to begin to circle. Inhale as we circle forward. Exhale as we circle back. Nice steady motion with the breath. Inhaling forward, exhaling back, slow and steady. Constant movement with the breath, rooting down, feeling the connection to the earth, as if you were growing roots right from the base of the tailbone, really rooting into the earth. Feeling held. Beautiful. No rush in the body, no rush in the breath, just harmony and unison in the movement. The dance, the interplay of breath and body in motion, feeling the connection to the earth, feeling the connection to the breath as we move. No gym, no force, no making it happen, more glide, less effort, moving with the breath. Be in the metronome of the inhale to the exhale and move accordingly. There we go. For 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, upright, full breath, nice and tall. Little pause at the top of the inhale. Keep the upward lift in the body and a smooth, steady exhalation out of the nose. Reversing, going in the opposite direction, still inhaling forward, exhaling back, just moving in the opposite way that you were. So we build a current with these Sufi grinds. You can feel it when we pause. We circle in a motion, and that circling begins to create an energetic whirlwind that we become a part of as we breathe and as we move. See when we pause, when we stop, if you can still feel that whirlwind moving through you and around you. Nice and steady with the breath. Inhale as we circle forward, exhale as we circle back. The eyes are closed, gaze is internal, and we're paying attention to the subtle little shifts that are going on in and around the body. For 3, 2, And 1. Inhale, upright, full breath in. And a smooth, steady exhalation out, that whirlwind still moving. Sliding the hands onto the shins, we're going to move into spinal flex, low spinal flex with the hands on the shins. Inhale, heart comes forward, pelvis tilts forward. Exhale, heart goes back, pelvis tilts back. The mechanism of action coming right from the tilt of the pelvis. Inhale, pelvis forward, heart forward. Exhale, pelvis back, heart back. And then smooth. And a little quick. Nice little rhythm. Catch and throw in the breath. Little inhale, little puff in, little pause at the top, little exhale, little puff out, pause at the bottom. And it is audible. You can hear it, and if anyone was in the room next to you, they would hear it too. And then be in the glide, be in the metronome. Feel the body loosen, feel the breath ignite inside of you. Breath moving, heart beginning to pump. There we go. And then ride the ride. Ride the ride. Once you get the mechanics of it, eyes are closed and you're in the rhythm with your breath. I smile a lot while I practice, so if you open your eyes and you catch me grinning, yeah, I can't help it. It just feels so good. Something that all of my teachers have always said about me, even in the most hardest of Kriyas, you tend to have a smile on. That's not true with all of them, but it is fun to be able to meet the practice with a smile. It just feels better. So maybe you try it out. Maybe you wear a little smile. Keep the breath, keep the motion, sliding the hands out onto the knees. Thoracic spine moving a little bit more freely now. A little higher up in the spine as we move back and forth. Keep it going. Steady, steady breath. Steady motion. In and out of the nose as you breathe. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Big inhale, upright, full breath in all the way, hold to the top. And a smooth exhalation out of the nose. Beautiful. So either staying seated on the floor, I get a little bit higher, getting up on my blanket here to prop the hips up a little bit. You can stay on the floor, maybe you get on your blanket, your block, meditation cushion, just to lift the hips up a little bit, if that's more comfortable to you. Inhale, hands wide out and up. And on an exhalation, hands landing on the shoulders, elbows wide at shoulder height. Little inhale, twist to the left. Little exhale, twist to the right. Spinal twist. Nice and loose, nice and free. Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Big inhale, center, elbows wide, spine nice and long and tall. And a smooth exhalation as the palms turn face down, landing on the knees. Allowing the eyes to open, Taking a gaze, looking down at your elbows, seeing where your elbows are. And then sliding the palms back on the thighs so that the elbows are exactly in line on either side of the trunk of your body. So the elbows are now right beside the left and the right ribs. Beautiful. With the palms down, we're going to inhale, shrug the shoulders up. Exhale, they drop. So it's that same catch and throw breath. Little pause at the top, little pause at the bottom, and steady motion as we fire, throwing a charge through the shoulders as we shrug them up towards the ears. And as we exhale, that charge releases and the breath releases, and it's a complete letting go of any tension that we might be carrying. As much as we can, as best as we can, keep it going. 3, 2, 1. Big inhale, shoulders shrug up, breath gets held. Keep the breath held, a little longer breath hold here. Stay, hold. And as we exhale, slowly rolling the shoulders down the back. Inhale, gaze turning, chin looking over the left shoulder. Exhale, slow, steady motion, gaze turning, chin looking over the right shoulder. Slight, smooth head turns, inhaling, gaze looking to the left. Exhaling, gaze turning, looking to the right. Smooth, long, deep breathing. In, gaze turns, looking to the left. X, gaze turned, eyes closed, looking to the right. Pause right, inhaling right, deep breath in. And exhale as the gaze turns to the left, where we've reversed the breath, same motion. Inhale, gaze turning to the right. And exhale, gaze turning to the left, slow, steady motion, head side to side. In, gaze turns to the right. X, gaze turns to the left. In, smooth, steady motion, gaze turns to the right. And final exhalation, gaze turns to the left. Smooth motion, ease in the breath. And then an inhale, gaze to center, neutral. And an exhalation there, just to feel for a moment, tuning into the body, tuning into the mind, feeling the difference between when we began and how we feel now. And allowing the eyes to blink open and rising up, getting any way you want to get up. Little shake of the legs as you do, shaking the legs, shaking the legs, shaking the legs, shaking the hand, shaking the hand, shaking the hand, shaking the elbows, shaking the shoulders, shaking the waist, Shake it out through the neck and the head. Shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it out. And then landing with the feet planted, either hips width distance apart or a little bit wider. We're moving into squats. Inhale, hands wide out and up. Fingers interlace. And as you exhale, hands land behind the head, elbows wide. Inhale, a little taller, a little wider in the elbows. And on an exhalation, squat it down. In we rise, X we squat. Steady as we go. If you need to make it a little bit smaller, make it smaller, just a little bend in the knees, just moving with the breath. Make it right and safe for you and your body. If you can, you're taking the hips towards the heels or all the way down to the heels. Keep rising, keep breathing. There you go. Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, hands high. And an exhale, slowly the hands fall down to the sides, palms facing forward. And just normal breath, let the breath go wherever it needs to. Heart a little racy, breath a little fast. And allowing the eyes to blink open and coming down onto your backs, making any adjustments to your situation that you need. I always need to readjust my mat a little bit. Coming down onto the floor, onto your backs, palms face down on either side of the hips. So, heels draw together, legs are straight. Flexing the feet, toes are pointing straight up. Keeping the heels together, we're going to inhale, allowing the feet to fall out to the side. So right toes pointing right, left toes pointing left. This is the beginning of the Kriya for detoxification. On an exhale, toes point straight up. On an inhale, they point out to the sides. So that's the motion. Eyes closed, nice and steady. So staying in this pattern, you want it to be as quick as you can, but keeping the heels together and keeping your body safe. So you want it to be as rapid as you can do it, but also as safe and as tidy as you can keep it. We'll speed up towards the very end just to go as fast as we can, but keeping a nice rapid pace throughout. Heels stay together as best you can. Now, as quick as you can, as fast as you can with the legs, but as tight as you can. Don't need to keep up with me. Find your pace, find your rhythm. Go, 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 fast as you can. You got it, go, go, go. 3, 2, 1. Big inhalation. And an exhale, and as you do, release the legs completely. There's a downward flush that happens. There's energy moving down through the legs and out the feet. This happens absolutely naturally when we pause, when we stop. This is the apana vayu, the downward, eliminating wind in the body. Little pressure into the heels. We're going to lift the hips slightly, palms face down underneath the butt, and then dropping the butt onto the backs of the hands like we did in the warm-up. Now, lifting the legs about a foot off the ground, pointing the toes, and beginning to kick the legs as if we were swimming. So just kicking with long, slow, deep breathing. If this is too much, go a little bit higher, keep that low back safe. If you can, just a foot off the ground, and kick, 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 kick. That corset of the abdomen nice and tight, keeping that low back glued to the ground or working towards the ground as best you can. Nice and steady. This can be a lot, especially for the full 2 minutes that we're here. So if you need to, allow the heels to drop to the earth, take a couple rounds of breath, restabilize, and then come back in when you're ready and keep kicking. If this is your first time in the practice, it can be a lot. If this is what you've been doing all month with me, you know we've got this. Oh, it's so easy. Just kicking the legs for 2 minutes, no big deal. Nice and steady. Toes stay pointed. Breath stays long and deep. And we're already more than halfway done. Go, 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 go. We got this. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, point the toes, hold the feet up, hold. And exhale, heels hit the ground, lifting the hips, palms roll facing up, and a round of breath, deep belly breathing, tummy is relaxed, diaphragm drops, full breath in. And exhale, let the breath out. And then normal breath, just a little pause before we move on. Feel the rush and the flush. And rolling over onto your belly. As you come onto your belly, tops of the feet touch the floor. Keeping a little anchor with the tops of the feet pushing into the floor. Hands on either side of the chest. Any shoulder issues, maybe you put them shoulder issues. Any wrist issues, putting the hands at shoulder height might be a little bit better for you. But no matter where you go, the palms are glued to the earth. Pinky edge and the thumb edge, nice flat to the floor. Sticking the tongue out, we're going to exhale as we push up towards cobra or baby cobra. So, and back to the earth, tongue stays out on the inhale. Exhale, we rise. Inhale, we lower back to the earth. So that's the motion, that's the breath, nice and steady. And you're coming up as high as safe in your body. So you're not pushing all the way up if that's not what works for you. You can come up into a baby cobra, just a little lift. As you exhale and inhale back to the earth. This breath is an excretion breath, pulling right from the base of the abdomen, right from the bowl of the pelvis, anything stuck inside of us, any untruths that we've said, any untruths that we felt within ourselves, anything that we didn't say that we wish we would have said, let it out of your body right here, right now, with this motion, with this breath. Let it out. The tongue may get a little bit bitter as we do this. That's completely natural and normal. It's what happens when we keep the tongue extended. It is also part of the excretion process. That bitterness on the tongue is part of us getting rid of our toxins. We call it the ama in Ayurveda. We want to get rid of that. Almost there for 3, 2, last one. Inhale, lowering back to the earth, sliding the hands forward, fingertips reach towards the elbows, and then allow the hands to stack one on top of the other, forehead on the back of the forearms, and just breathe in your little space right there, allowing the heart to restabilize. Let the breath go wherever it needs. Relax any tension in the body. Breathe. The Kriya for detoxification works through the glandular system, works through our breath. Little pause before we go on. Lifting the head slightly, we're going to roll back over onto our backs. And as we roll onto our backs, the legs go out long, palms face down on either side of the waist. Next posture, we're going to inhale, the knees come up towards the chest, and the hands point straight up, fingertips pointing towards the ceiling. Exhale, back down. Everything lands on the earth. In, they rise, fingertips pointing straight towards the ceiling, knees in towards the chest. Exhale, they drop. So that's the motion. Your breath, your pace, as rapidly as you can, but as safely as you can. Right? That's the instructions here. Gotta be safe, keeping that low back safe so the low back stays on the ground as you move. It's controlled movement, not sloppy. Steady breath, steady motion. For 3, 2, and 1. Last exhale to the earth. Big inhale, fill that belly. And exhale to release. Inhale, curling the knees into the chest. And on an exhale, a little rock side to side. Inhale, center stillness. And exhale, little rock front to back, rolling along the spine. And then we roll all the way up to that seated posture one more time. Palms face down onto the knees. If we're sitting on a clock face, 12 o'clock is directly in front of us. 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. So 12 in front, that would be a clockwise motion. We're going to churn through our navel center, moving counterclockwise. So the opposite direction of that. Palms are face down onto the knees, and then a little hula hoop motion, keeping the heart high and just rotating through the navel center. Long, deep breathing as we go, a little churning through the midsection. Right, so much about this practice, this detoxification kriya, is about putting different pressure on the internal organs in different ways and using that apana, that excreting wind through the body to alleviate and release these unprocessed, undigested food, emotions, thoughts, whatever they may be. They all get eaten up during this practice and released. Nice, steady breath. There you go. 3, 2, and 1. Big inhale, upright through the nose. Pause at the top. And exhale, smooth and steady out of the nose. We're going to make our way up to standing. So coming back up onto the floor, this time the feet are planted hips width distance apart, no wider. You can take your block or a book. You may or may not need this, but that's going to go about a foot, maybe a foot and a half in front of your feet. Inhale, hands wide out and up, palms facing each other. And on an exhalation, full forward fold, all the way down, full fold. Grabbing your ankles with the hands, and we're going to be moving in and out of squat to forward fold. So either holding onto the ankles if that's what's right in your body, or if you're like me and you don't have the space for that, grabbing the block and allowing the hands to rest on the block. Then on an inhalation, the knees bend, hips towards the heels, we move towards our squat. And on an exhalation, folding, full forward fold to bow. Into squat. X to bow, to fold, straightening the legs, bending the head. That's the motion, eyes closed, make it entirely yours. This is a point of sacredness here. You can really feel it after we've done this cleansing, after we've done this clearing throughout the practice. This motion, this movement brings everything all together. And it feels so good to me. Like a last little rinse, last little clearing, and at the same time, an acknowledgement of the work that's been done, the effort that's been given, and feeling the effects with the clarity inside, feeling that inner wisdom, that inner divinity that sparked throughout the practice. So I bow in acknowledgement. And I ride the rhythm of my breath, and I feel the sacredness in me and around me as I move. Just for 3. For 2. And for 1, last fold. And inhale, rising up slowly, hands high and tall, length from the heels to the hands. And an exhalation, slowly allowing the hands to fall down to the sides, palms face forward, and normal breath. Feel as you stand clear. Then making our way down to a comfortable seated posture. So setting up your meditation seat, whether that be on a blanket or a block meditation cushion. Maybe it's on a chair. You want to be comfortable for you. The rest of the practice is seated until we come into Shavasana. So you want to be in a comfortable spot. So we've rinsed, we've cleared, we've gone through the warm-up which prepared us for the Kriya for detoxification. In the Kriya for detoxification, we've done exactly that. We've put pressure on the organs, we've released toxins, we've flushed them out of our body. You can literally feel like a healthier sense of self right now. We've gone back to zero, to neutral after cleansing. Now we're going to add sound. Nad yoga, the yoga of sound, by repeating a chant. That chant is Sat Nam Waheguru. We're going to be saying Sat 6 times, Waheguru once. Sorry, Sat Nam 6 times, Waheguru once. So Sat meaning truth. So this is divinity. This is the primal movement, the original of everything, the essence of essence itself, Sat, the one truth, the unshakable existence of the only reality that there is. This is the Sat. Nam, meaning name or legacy, our lineage, that we have sprung off of the Sat. Sat Nam, we are that essence of essence. We are that original truth in motion, in name, in legacy. We are that. Waheguru means, wow, that's so amazing. I don't even have words for it. How amazing it is that I am the essence of essence itself. That's amazing. Waheguru. So we're going to chant in a monotone, so it's going to be repeated over and over in a monotone voice. So it's not very celebratory, but I want you to hear what we're saying. We are celebrating. We're acknowledging in a monotone voice that, wow, I am the essence of life itself. That's something to be celebrated. So inside, we're celebrating. Outside, through our voice, it's very monotone and repeated. Okay? So you have all the information. I'm going to start. You can join in when you're ready. So allowing the eyes to close, sitting upright, thumb and first finger touch, other fingers extend away, finding your meditation seat. Allowing the body to relax, everything at ease. Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Waheguru. Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Waheguru. Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Waheguru. Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Waheguru. Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Waheguru. Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Waheguru. Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Waheguru. Sat Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Waheguru. Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Waheguru. Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Waheguru. Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Waheguru. Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Waheguru. Keep repeating. Keep using your voice, your sound, your rhythmic breath and vibration. The entire cosmos listening, inner and outer space, every cell in your body hearing this truth echoing through you. It is a celebration. Internally, you are recognizing after you've cleared and emptied and detoxified, you are now putting in drops of goodness with each repetition of this truth. That I am the essence of essence. This is the truth of me, and that is unbelievably beautiful. I am divinity in motion. Every breath, every action, I am part of the whole. Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Waheguru. Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Waheguru. Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Waheguru. Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Waheguru. Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Waheguru. Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Waheguru. Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Waheguru. Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Waheguru. Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Waheguru. Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Waheguru. Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Waheguru. Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Waheguru. Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Waheguru. Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Waheguru. Keep repeating. We're into the last minute. Feeling the depth of the practice as it really sets in at a cellular level. The whole body is resetting to this reverberation. It's a sense of ease and relaxation through the entire mind and body, and this is a fantastic place to be. Last round. Sat nam, sat nam, sat nam, sat nam, sat nam, sat nam. Waheguru. Big inhale, smooth and steady through the nose. And an exhale, smooth and steady through the nose. Inhale, hands wide out and up, palms touch overhead, pushing the palms into each other, holding the breath, long breath hold here. Stay and hold. And exhale, slowly allow the hands to fall, palms turn facing the earth, fingertips graze the earth, resting on the floor. Inhale, big breath in. And exhale, steady breath out. Inhale, hands wide out and up, palms touch, hold the breath and stay. And exhale, slowly the hands fall with that breath, fingertips touching the earth on either side of you, and an inhalation, smooth, steady and deep, and an exhalation, smooth, steady release. Inhale, hands wide out and up, palms touch, hold that breath and stay. And exhale. Releasing the breath, hands slowly fall down, fingertips land on the earth, re-grounding the energy. Inhale. And exhale. Thumb and first finger touch, other fingers extend away, hands landing on the knees or thighs. Tuning in for a moment, feeling into your breath and your body. And then slowly, with grace and ease, transitioning onto your backs for your Shavasana, lying back down, making any adjustments you need to, and then resting in the silence. A very easy, smooth transition here with the calm and the clarity that we've built. Come down onto your backs, integrating the practice, complete surrender. Taking the thumbs, touching the thumb tips to the other fingertips one at a time. Wiggling the fingers, wiggling the toes. And bringing the hands in front of the heart center, giving a little rub of the palms. Lifting the feet, the soles of the feet come off the ground, soles of the feet touching, rubbing the soles of the feet in the same way that you're rubbing the palms of the hands. And then a big inhalation, hands long, legs long, stretch, reach, reach, stretch. And an exhalation over onto your right side, taking a round of cleansing breath there. And then making your way up to a comfortable seat. Blanket or block underneath of you if you choose. Hands coming together at heart center in Anjali Mudra prayer pose. Inhale, hands wide out and up, palms touch. I'm happy. Exhale, hands landing at the heart. Inhale, hands wide out and up, palms touch. I'm healthy. Exhale, hands landing at the heart. Inhale, hands wide out and up, palms touch. I am holy. Exhale, hands landing at the heart center. And out loud, repeat after me. I embody grace so fully that all who I meet feel its presence. Hands to the forehead center. We close with one long sat, one short nam. Inhaling. Sat. Thank you all for a fantastic practice. I took us over by 5 minutes. I did not want to do that. I did not mean to do that. And all next month, we're going to be a lot better with that timing. This one seemed to run a little bit over every time, so I apologize for that. It will not continue to happen. I will come unmute for any questions that anyone may have, and I'll see you guys either Friday or Saturday, noon, Fridays, 11 a.m., Saturdays, and we'll keep this goodness going. Next month is going to be a really fun one. I've been enjoying practicing it, and I can't wait to share it with you guys. Sat Nam. Hey, Sat Nam. How's everybody doing? So I wanted to do a quick little video here about what's been going on this month, January 2021. I've been doing the Kriya for Detoxification live in my classes at the Om Collective, and I've been posting them to YouTube. So each class throughout the month we've been taking this journey, and I want you guys to get a feel, get an understanding of how the class develops and how it flows week to week, and how the teaching, the words that I say get a little bit deeper. Maybe I say a little bit less, maybe I say a little bit more about what's going on in the teaching as time goes on. But most importantly, the intrinsic nature of how, when we continue to come to the practice of Kundalini, as we come to the Kriya day after day throughout the month, it deepens at a fundamental cellular level. The very wisdom of the Kriya itself lands and roots in us differently. And that's what I want everybody to get a feel of and participate in. The hope with this is that maybe you show up to the Om Collective and you come to live class, because there's something to be said about being part of the group as it's happening, to feel the live energy, to know that everybody's there with you and you're doing it all together. There's nothing wrong with the videos. The videos are fine, and if that's treating you the way you need it and feeding you in the right way, then great. I will not be uploading every week multiple classes because the hope is really that everybody starts to come to class, or as much people as they can, so just complete transparency with that. But I wanted to do this month as a really good kind of introduction to what that would feel like if you did all those classes throughout the month, and how it changes and how it stays the same, you know, and understand what that ebb and flow is. So the links are below to lead you to the Ohm Collective and my website and everything. If you have any questions about anything, just write me and I'll make myself available. And that's it, guys. I hope you've been enjoying it. I will continue to put up at least one Kundalini a month to make sure that every month that we go through, that's a continued practice for you guys. I just strongly encourage you, if you have the time, if it's within you, making the choice to come to class, because there's something to be said about Sangha, community, like-minded people. And then the choice is completely yours. I will continue to provide what I can. Thank you all so much for taking the time to listen to the video, and I always appreciate your support, your words, and your practice. Sat Nam.